They are amongst the most uncivilized and wild creatures to have ever walked the face of this earth. Their uncanny ways of everyday life can only be observed in the depths of the Savage Reserve, deep in the heart of New Mexico. Their secrets have remained a closely guarded secret for ages, until now.
Welcome! In today's episode, we'll be traveling from the comfort of our London homes to bring you, the viewer, an in-depth look on the lives of the savages. My name is Thomas Blueberry, and joining me is Louis Cheesecake, my cameraman. Let's begin.
The journey is long and requires approval from multiple parties. Once a permit is given and the Savage Reservation visitors arrive, they must also pass a heavily guarded border surrounding the reservation. The first step to beginning our journey is to obtain a permit from the director of the Royal State.
Okay, so we're here to get the permit for the Savage Reservation. Wish us luck. Hi, sir. Can I have my permit? Thank you very much. We've got it.
Intense training is required to enter the Savage Reservation. But more intense training was required for me. Most savages are not very friendly to outsiders. However, some will become very friendly with proper incentive.
That's our savage. That's our savage guide. Hi, nice to meet you. Well, okay, so we've proceeded through the Savage Reservation for the most part by ourselves. But we're gonna be joined here by our savage guide to help us through the rest of our journey.
Hey, ¿cómo estás?
So he speaks Spanish, which is an ancient language. My Spanish is a bit rough. Let me try this out. Puede que nos libre la ladus.
Sí, conmigo, bien conmigo.
Okay, thank you.
Spanish is a Romance language that originated in the Castile region of Spain, which has long since been an extinct language to our knowledge. These savages are among the only people in the world who speak this ancient forgotten language.
Look at this, very precious. Look at this, light, very precious.
We are nearing the first savage village. The signs are everywhere.
Es muy peligroso el muy solo.
Mario, ¿cómo español?
It's ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás?
The daily lives of a savage begins with waking up in a small cramped hut where multiple savages live as a family. The male savages often wake up early in the morning to go hunting. The female savages would often stay at home and mend clothes. Savages often mend their clothes and reuse materials, which may seem insane to even think about, but it is a part of their everyday lives.
Here is our cameraman trying to get a good shot of the village. This is what our National Geographic cameramen are paid to do.
Give that past the camera. Oh.
See over there? That is the most dangerous savage we have here. So how was it back there?
It's pretty nice. I did every woman in the whole world.
That even happens?
Yep.
What? Ah! Go! They're coming! They're coming! This is the most dangerous part of the city. Never come here ever again.
Totem poles are poles in which totems are hung or images of totems are carved. The images that can be seen carved onto these totem poles are called totems, which are natural objects or animals which have specific spiritual significance to a culture. In the Savage Reserve, there is a practice called religion, which is the belief and worship of a supernatural power, referred to as God or gods. This ancient practice has not been heard of in civilized culture for many hundreds of years. This particular ceremony is an offering to the gods of rain and Jesus. An individual is whipped to the point of death in order to sacrifice their blood for the good of the villages. The savages are unlike any civilization ever seen before. They use old languages and rituals that are revolting to even think about. During the years of evolution in our world state, the savage reservation has remarkably been unable to evolve. The savages have limited healthcare and eat naturally produced foods that have limited nutritional value when compared to our genetically engineered produce. This causes extreme healthcare problems, which ultimately leads to disease and aging. The savages in the reserve all show signs of rapid aging, which leads to their repulsing appearances. On top of aging, the savages reuse clothing, and their clothes are often dirty and worn, which adds to their almost inhumane appearances. In times of distress, savages have a drug similar to soma, but with all the negative side effects. This drug is called alcohol, which is commonly used by those suffering from negativity in their lives. The strength of alcohol is extremely limited, so savages would need to consume large quantities of this substance to be able to resolve their issues. Even then, the results are still minimal in comparison with the rejuvenating effects of soma. Once the user takes alcohol, the next day will be a living nightmare for that user. The user will experience tremendous headaches and pains. This leads to the endless cycle of abuse of the substance to feel happy again.
Okay, so here we have the ancient tree of the Ambarke civilization. They're an ancient civilization that lived hundreds of fords ago. And this tree represents their entire ancestral village. And it is very important to the survival of the savages. I'm here today sitting on one of the oldest rocks found in the Savage Reservation. This rock here is over 100,000 fords ago, which is impossible to imagine for us in today's world state society. Wait, what is that? What is this? Here we see one of the ancient and rare rituals of the Savage Reservation, the rain ceremony. Let's go take a closer look. They're engaging in their final dance. Let's take a closer look. Oh God! I'm so sorry! so here we are at the border of the Savage Reservation. This right here is a high voltage fence that contains 1 million watts that will electrocute anyone who touches it. It is to prevent the savages from ever escaping. Many animals have already died, as you can see here by the waist. It is important never to touch this fence. So today we're going to be investigating the sexual lives of savages. Their sexual lives are very secret, and we need to be very careful. Oh, there they are. No, run! How do you live like this? So unclean, so savage-like.
I'm clean. We are clean.
Loser-like.
Loser? Get on your knees.
No.
Get on your knees.
No.
You too.
No. No.
You can stay.
No. This is a reminder to the world state never to come to our land ever again. Take this man and this video, take him across the border. Now!
I've just escaped. I must get back to my people, to the comforts of the world state.
The crew returns a few days later, starving as a result of lack of food. The savages refuse to give assistance, and the reporter is forced to endure the snake-ridden jungle alone. Finally, after reaching the border, the footage is received and the remaining crew is taken care of.